George Anderson, this is my son James, and we're going to tell you a variety of things about why we think the different 4-weight rods are better than others. Well, I've always been partial to 3- and 4-weight rods when I'm fishing in situations like the spring creeks or flat water, when you've got to make delicate presentations, mostly at shorter distances. This is the Galvin Torque. This is a slightly different size. In a 4-weight shootout, we're going to use a T4, which is an ideal size for a 4-weight line. It'll hold a whole 4-weight line, about 100 yards of backing, which is perfect for what you're going to use. But more importantly, the drag itself is very easily adjustable. They've got a great big wheel back here, so it's really easy to grab and adjust this drag. So when you're playing bigger fish, it's nice to have a very good, smooth drag. In addition to that, it's easy to take the spool off. So to take the spool off, all you do is push the button in the middle, pull the spool right out. That way, if you have any tangles, you can get right to it very quickly and very easily. We found a new line from Scientific Anglers called the Amplitude Smooth Infinity. And when we cast this and compared to all the other lines we've tried from different manufacturers, this line casts better than anything we've found so far. And then for the lighter rods, we use the Amplitude Smooth Trout. And the Trout is a standard AFTMA size line, so it's going to be lighter than the MPX or the Infinity. Again, we're going to use our own Yellowstone Angler hand-tied leaders. And these are tied with clear maxima for the butt and midsections, and Rio Powerflex for the tippets. These leaders turn over better than any of the knotless tapered leaders, and that's why we want to use them in the shootout, because accuracy is really important. In the past, we've had people ask us how we determine the actual weight of the rod and the swing weight, and we have a special way to do this, so we thought we'd show you how to do this right now. First, we're going to zero out the scale, and we're going to get the overall weight. So we're going to set the rod on it and read off the overall weight, which on this Hardy Zephyrus is 2.5 ounces. Now the next thing, and this is the tricky part, is getting the swing weight. And the swing weight is the weight you feel in your hand, out ahead of your hand when you're holding the rod horizontally. And to do that, we place a little foam pellet on the middle of the scale. I'll put my fingertip on the very tip end of the reel section, the reel seat, and place the center of the grip over the foam pellet fulcrum. So that gives us a swing weight of 6.4 ounces for this Hardy Zephyrus. So this is a deflection chart showing the better rods in our shootout. Now, Jamie, why don't you show them the differences in a couple of the different rods. First, let's show the profile of the rod that is our winner, the Hardy Zephyrus.
Sure. The Hardy Zephyrus is this light green deflection right here, which, as you can see, has a nice soft tip where the tip really comes down quickly, and then it still has a very stiff mid and butt section. As you can see, it's very stiff up in here. It's one of the stiffest butt sections, but the tip is much softer.
Yeah, it drops right off and it's softer.
Some other rods are stiff butt sections and mid sections, but the tip is also stiff. And we found these rods were too stiff for a really good all-around 4-weight. This would be great for casting far in the wind, but the better all-around rods, they all kind of have a similar dip in the tip because they have a softer tip, mid and butt section.
That one on the very top is a 9-foot for a 4 ass wreath, okay? And the light green, the lighter green, that's the Hardy Zephyrus, and then the darker green, okay, that is the Winston Pure, 8-foot Pure. And you'll see some of these rods that have a stiffer tip. Show them like the Radian has got the Radian is in red there. Now the Radian has got a much stiffer tip than the Zephyrus.
Yeah, one of the other ones that has a softer tip was the Orvis 3F. That's that gray line right there you're seeing, which we found we like.
We like that very much. There are some rods that we didn't include in the shootout. Some were too soft and others were too stiff. Now take a look at that red line there. That's a rod that was too soft, and we just felt that it was it was too soft to be a good 4-weight rod. Here's another one that we tested, and we just felt that this one was too stiff. And you can take a look and see how much stiffer it is than the Asquith. So we didn't include either of these rods in the shootout.
We just out of curiosity, we would put some 5 and even 6-weight rods up here, and this is more in lines with a stiff 5 or even a 6-weight.
Thanks for checking out our 2019 4-weight shootout. We hope we have given you some ideas on which rods might suit your fishing needs. To see all 5 casters' opinions on each rod, be sure to read our full review at YellowstoneAngler.com. As always, feel free to call or email us with any questions you may have. Thanks again, and we hope our shootout helps you find the rod that's right for you.